Hello and welcome to Kerbal Space Ram. Today, I'm managing to hopefully do some plane reviews before I have to go leave to visit my dad. Yes, I'm managing to do one more thing before I go, and not much else, unfortunately, but it will be a quick episode. I've got 3 things planned to take a look at. The first one should be very, very interesting, and that's because it's a... holy shit. It's a clusterfuck. It's actually more of a clusterfuck than I knew it was. I knew it was a pretty bad clusterfuck, but this is actually worse than I thought it was. Apparently it's one of each cabin and one of each crew capsule. Holy shit! This is by Boom Shackle, and it's... wow. Wow. Obviously it's ridiculous, but, wow. 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 I'm sorry. I can't even. But yeah, so today I had this as one of my priorities to check out because it's so ridiculous. I have one other thing that I really wanted to look at, and then I have one random. Oh. I'm just gonna assume that's part of standard launch procedure and go from here. Let's see. Okay, activate SAS before starting. Go to half throttle. Right, that's roughly half. To take off, leave it at half throttle. Activate the engines, and then at 30 meters per second, fire the next stage. And when that runs out, stage again. Okay, all right. One of every jet engine as well. Okay. All right. So 30 meters per second, stage again. I don't know if it'll get to 30 meters per second, considering the rear wheels. I think that's what went bad. Was the rear wheels. So we're just kind of dragging along the ground, which is not really good for it, I'm sure. Is this going straight? This is going straight, pretty much. Well, yeah, no, this is going pretty much straight. Turning it a bit, because it's got asymmetric thrust, which is not a big surprise, honestly. But, oh, I've turned it far too much. Alright, well... oh, we're already faster than we were supposed to be. Okay, we're in the air. So that's good. We're in the air. Oh my god. This is... it flies! Alright. Get ready. Jettison the extra boosters. Ooh, which are going to collide with us a little bit before going away. Alright. Now, I'm not sure whether we're supposed to keep it at half throttle or throttle up. I'm just going to keep it at half throttle for a little bit at least. It's too bad aerodynamic forces. It's too bad there's no, like, thrust forces to look at. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Well, in any case, here we go. Oh, the game just crashed. Ah. Your design was too for it. I can speak English well. Welcome to the future. Yeah, so actually the recording broke after this point, so this video was supposed to be out about a week ago, and I had to stop and come back to it later. I don't know about you, but for me, if you're super disappointed about something breaking and then you have to do it again, it's not exactly fun to do it again right away. So yeah, sorry about how long it took to make this episode, even though it's a short one. And unfortunately, I'm pressed for time today, so yeah. I'd like to mention while I'm here to check out Patreon and PayPal, link in the description, because I do need the help, especially recently, because I am working on getting an upgrade for my computer so that I can produce better quality videos, especially with some newer games, you know, have a better CPU, better GPU, so that should be awesome. I'm going to fly this one more time because I feel like it wasn't fair to it the first time. I believe the instructions were to go to half throttle and then fire it up and hit the escape stage on 30 meters per second. I think that's what you were supposed to do. It's been a while since I flew it, so I don't exactly remember. Also, you might hear a strange vibrating noise in the background. That's my computer, and that's a problem with the case that I need to fix, and I just can't right this moment. So I apologize if you can hear that. You may be able to hear it, you may not be able to hear it, but in any case, that will be resolved hopefully pretty soon. this plane is a stupid, stupid design, but you already knew that. The fact that it even gets into the air is quite amazing, actually. You know what I'm gonna have to do though, because someone pointed this out, and it's a good thing actually, is to actually show something landing, to be like, this is what happens if it lands. Oh dear. Okay, good. It didn't even collide that time. Good, good. So to show that something can land, and as much as I don't think this thing can land, it would be interesting to try to land it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll it over slightly, and I'm going to pull up. And I'm going to hope that when those hit the ground that the game doesn't crash, because part of me wonders if maybe that somehow caused the crash. Basically, when you do weird shit in KSP, the likelihood of it crashing goes up a lot. And this plane is definitely under the category of weird shit. So, yeah. We're losing speed quite badly. We're also losing altitude a bit, so I'm kind of trying to tilt it more back to horizontal and pull up a bit, because we obviously don't want to fall into the water. It looks like I'm not really going to be able to regain the speed, not without throttling up at least, and throttling up may lead to issues with the fact that it's extremely asymmetric. So I don't know about that. We'll find out, I suppose. In any case, I've done it now, so we're going to have to live with the consequences. Are these thrust vectoring? Yes, they are. Okay, so we do got quite a bit of... yeah, it looks like every engine on here that has thrust vectoring capabilities is indeed thrust vectoring. So we should be able to... We're not able to roll anymore. Okay, okay. Wow, that was bad. Alright, alright. Alright, I'm trying to think if I should try to reduce speed, gain speed. I think I should reduce throttle. Oh dear. I did not mean to yaw quite so hard. Alright. Let's throttle back down some more. And I'm pulling up as hard as I can, because we need to hit the ground at a low descent angle, hopefully, because if we hit it at a higher descent angle, this thing will probably break apart. I mean, honestly, I kind of expect this thing to break apart no matter what, but oh, we're gaining lift a bit there. Okay, we need to drop on the ground already. I'm going to cut the throttle entirely, which is probably not going to bode well. Ooh, especially as we are no longer able to pull up. That's not good. Okay, we're just going to have to go with it now, even though going with it means we would probably... Where's the EVA... Well, he's dead now. I was gonna say, where's the EVA button? Let me hit that. Yeah. I don't know how many times they changed the position of the EVA button, but I don't remember where it is now. In any case, the second plane that I was gonna take a look at today is an F4 Phantom as an RC plane, which I really love the idea of. Oh, it's got two Junos clipped in here. I had forgotten that. Yeah, and I believe they're just very, very slightly offset, so you can't tell unless you zoom in really close. And I love what he's done here with how he's made the cockpit and everything. And also, I kind of made the joke that it's not really an RC plane if it has seats on it. It's just a tiny plane or whatever. Oh, does this... Oh, that's cool. I didn't even notice that before. Or maybe I did. That these are in here to make the intakes look more correct. There's some clipping and stuff that makes things not quite right, but overall... It's alright, and I have a bit of a hiccup, sorry about that. I love how he's done the fuselage smoothing using the air brakes here. It's actually, it looks really nice. I very much like how that's molded in there. Rather than using, well, this was made in 1.1.3, so we didn't have auto struts back then. But the one thing I would change now, of course, is obviously removing the struts and using auto struts. Also, I just noticed it actually has embedded wings in here, probably to make the performance work right. Although they do stick out slightly, and, you know, I don't know, it's not that noticeable. I didn't notice it the first time. I'm only trying to pay closer attention this time to give it a little more of a review. I do like it very much. Tweak scale was used on this part, obviously, the tail bit here. Otherwise, I believe every other part of this is default scale. Default everything. Not 100% sure about that, though. And this is by Tactical, by the way. And if I remember correctly, it flies quite nice. Yeah, slight clipping with the control surfaces. Obviously, that's kind of had to be done to make it work with it being, you know, such a tiny little thing. But it does work quite well nonetheless. And it's quite fun to fly around in. do little tiny missions. I'm just imagining strapping a couple bombs to this and actually doing a combat mission with it. That'd be kind of funny. I'm trying to remember that for that F-22 combat thing that I did, that I still need to edit, that I'm still not finished with either. I'm trying to remember exactly what my armaments were for the different craft, because it might be, oops, that's gonna die. It might be fun to put this in it. Oh dear! Wait, oh shit, I could have still flown that for a moment there. I just pulled up too hard and lost control again. That almost flew with one wing. That's great. And the last craft today is the Lockheed Carton PTP-224 Night Ray, which is kind of like a fighter-ish transport vehicle. It's weird. It's like a mesh between a giant fighter and a transport vehicle. It's a, let's see, it's supposed to be a passenger jet, holds 16 passengers, 1 pilot, 1 co-pilot. I remember saying that it seemed like it would be great as a military transport because it has like more maneuverability, maybe more survivability. Not 100% sure about that. Oh yeah, and the thing that I was going to mention before that I completely forgot, well, I did mention before I found out the recording was messed up. So the reason your flaps aren't working, oh okay, those ones are applied correctly. Oh, those ones are applied correctly too. Oh, you know what? Okay, so what version? Oh, this was made in 1.1.3. Okay, so back in 1.1.3, the way the flaps deployed was fixed based on how they were positioned. And what happened is when you put these wings on, you put them on with radial symmetry instead of mirror symmetry, which means that instead of things being applied like both going down on both sides or both going up on both sides, it was radially, like if it were a rocket. So if you tilt one up, the other goes down. And that's why you couldn't get the flaps to work properly. Since they changed this in 1.2, I believe it was 1.2 they changed that in, I kind of get the conversions and different things they changed confused sometimes, but yeah, see what I mean about how it's like a fighter, but it could be used to transport too, so it's like, this could totally be a military transport. That's the way I see it. In 1.2, they made it so that the flaps are a bit smarter, and they automatically determine how they should react depending on how they're placed, or something like that. I don't remember exactly. I'm pretty sure that's it. In any case, you can see this thing flies quite well at a extremely low speed. Oh, doesn't it have an afterburner button? Toggle afterburner with 4. Okay, there we go. And oh, we do have cabin lights to turn on with 2. You know what? It just occurred to me. Do those cabin lights consume electricity? I don't think they do. It's kind of not fair that they don't consume electricity. Also, I noticed it has lights on the wings that are pointing down. I'm guessing for night landings. This might be fun to do with a night landing. Let's go ahead and land it real quick and then skip to nighttime and take off again and land with it at the night, because that would be fun. Assuming I can land it right now. I assume I can because it flies quite well, performs quite well. Yeah, look at this thing. Look at this. I can glide it in. Let's see how slow I can land it at. Come on, drop speed. I want to be just above the ground when I drop it though, because I don't want to fall too far and possibly cause damage. Yeah, so we can fly it pretty stably at 30 meters per second and even lower. Although at that point I just brought it down because I was pretty sure I was going to damage it if I didn't bring it down at that point. Also, these are deployed. Why are you deployed? Oh, I accidentally hit the flaps button. Oh, well, your flaps are working just fine in 1.2, or at least 1.2.1, since this is 1.2.1. In any case, like I said, I'm going to skip it to nighttime real quick. Okay. And now that it's nighttime, yeah, we have little spotlights for landing. Oops. Okay. There we go. And get off the ground. Can get off the ground at a pretty low speed. And yeah, we have... Ooh, that's nice. I like how they mesh together pretty well when you're farther away. So it's like big spotlight for farther away, and then it kind of, as you go lower, it kind of separates a bit. Oops, what am I doing? Okay, it's kind of hard to see. See, I'm only really able to see well straight down, so it's kind of hard to. I know there's a hill above me, in front of me, so yeah, it's cool. Oh wow, what? Do we have a light on the top too? Oops, that's not what I meant to... fuck it. Nope, not 2. What's 2 do? 2 is the cabin lights. Oh, well, it is nighttime, so I suppose cabin lights is acceptable. 4 for the afterburners, and let's not crash. Oh, and the landing gear have lights too, so the landing gear give us even more lights. That's great. I suppose I should land on the runway since I have enough momentum to make it over to the runway right now, because this thing performs really well at low speed. Alright. This would be interesting to see in a fight too, because it probably would get owned, but it would survive some initial damage quite easily, I think. In any case, thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you in space.